Good morning, guys. It's Calvin from the Car Tune Company in New Zealand. I do a heap of 1uz conversions and repairs and work and wiring. So if you're working on 1uz, subscribe to my channel. For this video, I'm going to talk about spark plug leads. One of the most basic things out. And of course, this only relates to the Gen 1 or Gen 2 engines. The later model VVTi have individual coils. And I'm going to talk about converting the early ones to the 8 coils with an aftermarket computer in another video. But for now, leads. Now with these engines getting a bit older, I see a heap of spark plug leads failing, causing problems. So if we look at these leads, I've got the second-hand set off this engine here. So this is a Gen 2 engine that I'm working on today, and these are the leads that came off it. And if we look along the leads, it's upside down. Right there is the date. So that is the date of manufacture of the lead. If we go in nice and close, hopefully we can get it. I'll take a photo of that.
No, we can't.
So this is a 1995 set of leads. A lot of people think that you can tell the exact date by the leads, and then they come along and tell me that they've got a 2005 Gen 1 or Gen 2 engine, and I'm like, they didn't make those engines in that year, so the leads must have been replaced in 2005. This one, fair to say, 95, it is a Gen 2 with the round fuel rails, as you can tell from my other videos on identifying engines. The coil on this side goes forward. So that's highly likely that this is a Gen 2 engine. It is. So we're going to pop those leads off. I've already removed those. We removed them whilst doing engine preps. And we're going to fit up the new set of leads. And they're really easy if you get the genuine leads. And the reason I use genuine leads is, one, in most cases for over here, we're in New Zealand, it's cheaper to get the genuine leads than an aftermarket set. And they fit properly and work properly. Now, this is a conversion. We have trimmed these covers to make life a bit easier. This one has already had new ignition rotors put in it. And ignition rotors are extremely important to replace. I see them fail a lot. I've got a distributor cap somewhere. So here's the distributor cap, and on the front of it, it's got the position of each of the leads. Same distributor caps left and right. So over here, it's got a little R. So the ones not in a circle are the right. So 2, 8, 3, and 5. And the circle here for the left is 1, 7, 6, and 4. So we take the leads, give them a bit of an unravel because they've been sitting in the bag, and they'll pretty much just sit into place. Now the difference between a Gen 1 set of leads and a Gen 2 set of leads is the left-hand coil lead, and that is the only difference. It's just to do with the fact that the coil is mounted different between the two engines. So if these sitting in place, sometimes the clips pop out. You just want to pop it under that coil there. It's also pretty easy to take the coil off, which is another easy way to do it. And they just sort of sit into place. A bit of a wiggle here and there. We've got a bolt back here. When we were doing the engine prep, we got the bolts ready so we didn't lose them. And this one is missing the runners along there, so I'll go find some of them in just a moment. because it's genuine leads, they will pretty much just line up where they come out of the guide, plug straight into the distributor cap. Simple as simple can be. And the same on the other side. So make sure that these side pieces push in nicely to the centerpiece and it all sits into place. I can secure this one. Being 20 series, it's got a different bolt to the 10, so that one's got a little stud. And the leads will just clip onto this side. Again, because it's the genuine leads, they pop in, they sort of fall into place, so you can't get that firing order incorrect. And the leads are all numbered anyway. Of course, make sure you do fit the coil lead on. We found a set of plastic guides that go on the heads. So the nuts go in here, and if you just tuck in here, you can fit into there okay. It's important to run these guides. I've seen them without them, or with them broken or damaged, and then they get caught up on the pickups, the triggers for the cam sensors. Again, make sure these sit in nicely. And there is also a locating lug under there. There's a locating lug that goes into the guides. Shh! Bloody noisy prick. So the noisy bugger in the Suzuki running on 3 is finished driving in, and we'll put these leads on. So number 2 is at the right hand front, and it sits in the middle of the guide, and it goes. Number 8 is at the back. It comes right along the side of the guide. Like so. Number 4 comes down the outside of the guide, clips in, and number 6 on the inside of the guide and clips in. So that's the right hand side done, all the even ones. On the left hand side, I'll put number 5 in, so it goes down the inside of the guide, closest to the intake manifold. Number 8 on the bottom, and then pops up and it to the back. So did I say number 8? Number 7. Number 3 above number 7 on the outside. And number 1 right at the front in the center of the guide. The coil lead goes onto the coil, and it should actually have a plastic grommet on it where it goes through that cover. There it is there. So we slide that grommet on. Just double check everything sitting in place nicely, and I can tighten that one up. You'll notice on these covers, the dowels sit down on the inside, and that sits into the guides. And when you put the covers on, there's also some slides that need to line up, and they go on the inside of these covers. Another quick note while you're doing this job is the beads, the rubber seal around the top of the cam cover. Make sure that's secured firmly, because they do come loose, and when they fall down can cause problems. So we're doing the same on the right hand side, checking that the center guide is under that cover properly and that the dowel sits in nicely. Because this is a conversion, I've already gone through and taken the engine number from inside on the block. On a normal job I wouldn't cut these covers, but on a conversion I generally do, because working on the side just makes it a lot easier. And then of course you reassemble the air intake back onto the vehicle. So that shows that changing the leads on these is a pretty simple process. Far easier when you use the genuine leads over aftermarket ones that come at individual lengths and have to clip them all into all the guides. And the genuine ones are well priced anyway. So this engine's just been upgraded from a 95 to a 2017. These leads were manufactured. So don't get caught out with that. But I hope that's been helpful, and we'll talk to you again. Catch you later.